Hello. Hello. This is the sixth episode of the podcast. Do you see me right? Yeah. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Do you hear me right? Yes. You always do. I know. I trust in you. Um. This is the sixth episode of the podcast, and it is 9:23 p.m. 23 of August, 2023. And I was having my dinner. I was eating dinner, and I was thinking of myself, damn, I need to record an episode, but I'm kind of tired. I'm really burned with just talking about bad things. So then I thought, wait, why don't I try to figure it out and talk about some good things about the current world and humanity, I guess. So, what good things do humanity have done in the world of 2023? Well, I just wrote them beforehand, and yes, there's music, there is most of arts, there is stories, there is untangible things that we make out of tangible ones. There is the unity, there is the love, and there is the brotherhood and mathematics that we have created, that it is within our nature. And, well, once again, I'm trying to make this episode a bit more balanced, as the whole movement should always be. More balanced, and of course, to see and to know and to remember and to notice the good things that we humans have done right now, and all those things that we keep doing, I guess. Hopefully. I mean, if we take the words that came out of my mouth previously, I mean the fifth episode, we talk about how I am trying to make a fucking video game. And of course, video games is kind of the perfect. Well, it was kind of the perfect example to think about innovation and how it's going to be one of the biggest challenges in this movement, because video games by itself, those passionate video games made with just good things, with just an idea, with just a dream, with just passion, or with an yeah, with just passion, with love to making. Just a couple of people or one people making fucking masterpiece, and that is just wonderful, because you see, I I enjoy, and I always enjoyed playing in the dirt, in trees, in shrubs, in I don't know, in trees, in mud, when it rained, playing football, playing with my friends, with the gang, the gang of 40-year-olds, all just fucking shouting and having a good time, imagining having our own little weapons, and then just completely creating a story of police and crooks out of nowhere. I did enjoy that, and I enjoy it to this day. I did enjoy to just wander and let my 4-year-old eyes m- just marvel with the nature. Although it's extremely simple, it is also really beautiful, and it is always crucial for kids to just be born and be raised within nature. I just saw spiders that, of course, I did not felt any fear, and then I saw just a couple of ants. Then I saw a little couple of shrubbery, and then I put together the chain, and then I remembered that little lesson of natural sciences that my teacher taught me. And then I put it together, and voila, I've discovered the food chain. The little ants do weird things with food, the spiders eat the little ants, and then there is lizards who eat the spiders, or there is little birds who sing in the morning that eat the spiders. To play with your dog and then wash all your nasty wash all your nasty little wash all that nasty little like drool of the dog, because you were playing with it, all that shit, also shit. And then just coming home, eating with your family, watching the TV, or just watching nothing because you don't have a TV, just talking, hearing what your fathers, that of course worked, said. And of course, if they are great, if they are good fathers, not if they are not stressed fathers, they should talk to you and be happy and proud of you to be their child, and you will just be amazed. But of course, just confused at the words that they say because you don't understand yet the concept of money, the concept of relations, and all that shit. You're still a child. But that is that is good. That I just like. And from that we grow to have dreams that are just really thoughts. But of course sometimes, depending on our fathers, depending on our society that guides us all, we get attached to a certain dream of being a mechanic, of being a doctor, of being a lawyer, of being a designer, of being a chef, of being a builder, a architect, a musician, all that. And of course we just follow those dreams, which up to that point is nothing but just pure. We don't think, but we are aware that yes, if we want to build a home, we need to get the sand and the gravel and the cement out of somewhere, and of course the water out of somewhere, and of course we need to transport that shit onto these very lands. Then you think, oh shit, yeah, so we need to blow a fucking mountain. Damn. But well, if it's done right, you slowly or rapidly just drift the nature of said mountain, blow it up, and of course, if you are great, if you are intelligent enough to make the most out of that sacrifice, because you can fuck it up and you just use a shit ton of wasted material, or you can just build a fucking beautiful house that will last 200,000 years, because you actually put the mathematics, you actually put the effort to understand how physics works and how the chemistry and all that bullshit works. You understand how to make it efficient with the lights reaching the windows and all that shit, and how to make it efficient so that when in time of rain it doesn't get flooded, it doesn't get fucking eroded, and in time of winds or in time of cold you don't fucking die in there, and all that just with a couple of dreams united by some passion, and of course, because we have made it so, the desire of money that have allowed us to translate work to whatever we want, which which personally it seems that everyone just wants to trade work with alcohol, cigars, and gambling. Although they have families to feed, they prefer to just do that. And then you understand. The work is done, the beauty is there, a home was built, and a family can just live almost peacefully in there. That house can be the vessel of such emotions, of time, of experiences. It may see laughs, it may see tears, it may see blood, it may see fire. But in the end, if everything was just done right, which sometimes it is done right, that family that just grew, that house that allows them to grow, can just improve so much things. Then, which of course, like 3 decades have passed, they now have a better understanding of the world and how to build even better. That maybe they can use material from Australia that have no great biodiversity, and of course that they already have all the machinery to do it even more efficiently. So well, now building a home is half the dangers and half the harm of nature, but still is double the price. So ooh. So now that little family becomes an house, grows a dream of course being independent, of being the little family just like they grow and they dream of to be. What I'm getting towards is 90% of the humans only care about their lives, and they don't correlate, they don't find out that they the dreams that they were either implanted to have or just influenced to have, or even just fully wanted to have, those dreams are just tied to the world's will, but still they only care about themselves, they only care about their family, they only care about their closed ones. If they are intelligent enough, they care about the society, they care about the whole community, and of course, to just make it a wonderful place to live in. Because if you see children playing without any fucking danger, then you can rest when you have your weekend of work. When you don't have to go to work, then you can fucking rest in your community without worrying about a single fucking thing, because you already cleaned, you already perfected your community. Now it's time for you to enjoy its fruit. But that I I I only seen once. That does not happen in the third world, because once again, it is our dreams and it is our nature to be just extremely blinded and, to be honest, once again, just focused and centered in our very lives. And of course, I know religion have wielded that nature of us in their advantage. But well, it has driven us to 2023. Still, once again, those dreams are pure. Most of the people are really pure. They commit crimes that they don't know about. They commit acts that they don't know are bad. But it is that same negligence, that same ignorance, that same foolishness, and that same blindness that makes them pure. That just doesn't. That just doesn't punish them at all. Them. But of course, the children always get punished. Because no one can escape the future. Because we have made it so that no one escapes, and so the poor always suffer. But it is within that very truth that some people, some good numbers, some good percentage of the world, of at least for the third world, American third world, that we find that unity, that unison, that community where you just feel good. You are allowed to grow, but not that far. You're allowed to be happy, but never in perfection. You're allowed to not starve, but also you are kind of allowed to just stay within that community. If a community is done right, you find, and I've seen, really good places, friends, good neighbors, schools, children, marketplaces, all living together. Everyone, no, only the children are taught to be better, whilst everyone is stuck in their ways, in their role within that community. In practice, it brings calm, it brings a sense of home, because it never changes. But on the other hand, they don't like change, because they fear, because they don't have that knowledge of how to deal with changes. Only the children do. But yeah, the children and themselves have grown with some of the best traits about humanity, which is trust. That a word means something, and when a word is no more, when a word is just loose, is fake, is bad, then it takes a lot, if not never, to mend that problem, to mend that error. Still, within this community, you see sincerity, you see truth being spoken, and of course, a bit of 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 eavesdropping and all that shit, a bit of news tend to spread around like wildfires, but everyone's true. When you go to those communities that don't have nothing but the essentials, and of course some commodities that we in the 2023's world have or take for granted, they are just real. It doesn't mean that they're good, but they are real because it's all they have, and it's the only way to deal with their reality. And once again, to be honest, it is within these communities that it is within these communities where brotherhood and or love, when found, when do it correctly, is it can last for a long time. If done correctly, it can be eternal. A sense of brotherhood and a sense of love. But that is sometimes rare, I'm not going to lie to you. What you may most commonly see is the wrong ways of brotherhood and love, which always end badly, either with addictions, violence, or just leaving that community and then despiting that and those people. When the community, brotherhood, and love from those poor communities is handled wrong, is where those successful poor people carry the stereotypes, carry the hatred, and carry the racism and classism because they just were done wrong and they were victims, but now they are the one who bullies, the one who does wrong. Still, those communities, the peace it gives to just belong, and well, up to these years, the certainty of their future, the certainty of having food, of course, asking your neighbor for food, and of course, then going to work and pay them, of seeing your children play along with the whole children's. That that is good. That is some of the good things in humanity because you see the best mothers, you see the best fathers, you see the coolest fathers, you see the coolest mothers, you see the coolest brothers, and some of the most beautiful loves. From the poor communities of 2023, at least from my time, uh, you could find some peace. Still, once again, the only bad thing is the fact that they just don't progress at all. That only the children are allowed to be better instead of everyone actively trying to be. Once again, it can be easily bad handled, and you come to stereotypes and, of course, just the worst of humanity. But yeah, it does give me hope because, like I said, that truth, and of course, that they don't have much. They are part of the problem because they are nothing but slaves. But the fact that they decide to do good things with the things that they cannot change, that has always beating me down, always slapped me in the face. Because me, that I only need to worry about about my fucking near future, but not only that, I should be doing so much things, right? Like along with maybe the whole first world, but we don't do it because we don't have any incentive. Because well, you never have suffered that that hunger, that uncertainty, and that fear. Not fear, that disappointment of going and being assaulted, being robbed, and you may never have felt that rage, sadness, or fear of bad parenting. But once again, still, it is within these communities across the world that get the worst, that have a chance to be better but don't. It is within those communities that you find just good people doing the best without fucking anyone, just enjoying lives and trying to give everything to their child. It is one of the best things that I've come across in my life, and then I know it is in every part of the world. Once again, they are not necessarily good people, but they are at least doing the best they can. Once again, at least in 2023, they could they could really just they could really just improve their lives while they could really just improve their lives by just studying freely in the internet, and of course handling all that information and just being better, being more open-minded where it needs to be, but still conserving that culture that they have, that identity that they love. I am ignorant if that is the case. If it is, I would be really happy. If it isn't, and they only watch TikTok, then I cannot be disappointed at them. I can only be enraged, angry towards the ones who invented TikTok and allowed TikTok to be. Still, we need to every now and then remind us for what's humanity worth, right? And it is really worth it. Once again, you can find some of the best friends that will last you until you're dead, and even more. You can find some true love that is just the best mother or the best father you can find. You can find the great neighbors, great children for your children to play with. Just little rascals exploring the world, being savage, and then coming home all dirty and hungry and smelly. And of course, it is worth it to those fathers to just bring them water to clean themselves, bring them bread to feed themselves, and to tell them stories, to sing them songs, to make them laugh. That is absolutely worth it. Just a simple life. If you decide not to grow and to be better every day, you can just at least not fuck the people of the world. You can at least live your life happy. Well, it is 9:55 p.m. 23 of August 2023. This was the 6th episode. I hope you liked it, and I hope you get to see some good things that are worth fighting for in humanity. This is just but an example that I am akin to. Thank you so much for watching. Like it, subscribe, dislike it, subscribe, share it, and see you in the next episode. Bye.